Visionaries is proud to present its 22nd season on public television. Sometimes you read the paper and watch the news, and it seems like there's more bad news than good in the world. But you know what? It's just not true.
I at least can hold on to something, that there's something, maybe it's small, but there's something that I'm doing to make a difference.
It's just a feeling that you have. If you can help people, you have to. There's no alternative.
Every child has potential that we just can't know. And so, to my mind, that's what we're doing. We are saving potential for the future.
Smile Train, you may have seen their ads in the newspaper or online. The powerful images of children with untreated cleft lips. Maybe you have even sent a gift to help. Visionaries takes you on a journey through West Africa to reveal the personal stories behind those images, to meet the children and their families, to discover the life and death struggles that go on in places where facial differences are often perceived as evil curses. So strong, they drive families to abandon their children and leave them to die.
Smile Train came to Nigeria in 2006, and it came with just one mission: to help people suffering from cleft lip and palate to receive a free cleft care.
Long time, no sound, long years waiting and waiting. I hear it now, too loud, too strange to ignore. I'll watch that road.
We are at the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Idiaraba, Lagos, Nigeria. Smile Train strategy is very unique. We come in, we empower the local medical professionals who in turn help children who are suffering from cleft lip and palate, provide them free cleft care. And because of it, the Lagos University Teaching Hospital we are in today has done so well that since inception, they have actually reached almost 1,000 surgeries. Free, quality, safe, and they have given a lot of smiles to families.
The ocean meets the shore. The ocean meets the shore.
We're about to meet Professor Wemiga Ogunlewe. She is the oral and maxillofacial consultant. She is actually a cleft lip and palate surgeon, and she is the one who has been managing the Smile Train program at the hospital. As a matter of fact, she is the first female oral and maxillofacial surgeon in Nigeria. And Professor Ogunlewe is the head of the team of this local partnership.
Khalid is an 8-month-old baby with a cleft of the lip. He was born with it, and today he's going to have his surgery. What we try to achieve during the surgery is to close that gap. We want to replicate what we have on the normal side to that cleft side, so that the lip can be continuous, and the baby can look better, he can speak well, and he can also eat well. Our partnership with Smile Train started in 2007, and I must say that they had made a lot of impact on cleft care in Nigeria and also in our hospital. They have been able to put a lot of smile on the faces of the patients, and for us, the Smile Train has empowered us, the surgeons, to be able to perform these surgeries on our own. So we'll have to wait for about between 7 to 9 minutes to allow the adrenaline to be effective.
I'm a consultant pediatric anesthetist and a professor of anesthesia at the College of Medicine, University of Lagos.
I'm a maxillofacial surgeon, a cleft surgeon at the Lagos University Teaching Hospital. I've been lucky to have been involved in the treatment since 2007.
Working with the Smile Train, running the list, it's the dedication of the surgical team, the way they go out looking for patients, canvassing for patients, and the gratitude of the patients afterwards. It just makes you know that this is quite different from a regular elective list that you run in the hospital. So yes, I do feel as if I'm contributing my own to humanity. I do.
We feel a sense of fulfillment and gratification because we're actually able to impart, better life to them after repairing the cleft. They're happy, the parent is happy. Now they're grown up and they're better people in the society. Some of them undergraduate. And so actually we are able to impart more onto their life and make their life better. And it's a great thing and it's a great achievement.
Is Harvest Da Silva. He's one of our patients who was managed for cleft lip and palate about 10 years ago.
The life is very difficult. Let me just use that word. Very difficult. Like my people in the environment, in the street, they make jest of me. And I'm not free to talk because my pronunciation is not that clear. It's not even clear at all. So when I speak, some people will say I should shut up, that my voice cannot be heard. So that did not give me the confidence to face people and to talk in the environment. So that's one of my challenges then.
It did make a very big difference to me because when I was young, I remember they used to make fun of me in my pronunciations. They would always mimic me, say the same thing I'm saying, and it was very difficult. But when I came in contact with the Smile Train, they really helped me. They made me become able to speak and communicate. I had that confidence in myself. I said, yes, I can speak. So I was very happy.
We are very, very superstitious in the part of the world. You find out that when people are born with cleft lip, there are so many myths surrounding them. Some say it's a demon, some say it's evil spirit. Some even go to the line to accuse the mothers of infidelity.
Sometimes they don't understand. Sometimes they don't understand. Sometimes they believe witchcraft's problem. But since Smile Train around us, taking care of some people, we do tell them, if you know anybody has this kind of problem, just tell them that your life has changed now. Please come to us and let us introduce you to Smile Train so that they too can get life.
We are going to see one of our beneficiaries. His name is Akolisa Joshua Ebuka. He's a 13-year-old young boy. He is the last of 6 children. He was born with cleft, and in 2011, he was operated in one of our partner hospitals in Lagos. After his surgery, he has been able to integrate into the society. He's now received, he's now accepted. He can now make friends. Akolisa is a talented artist. You need to see him paint. You need to see him explain the work of his art. And I'm sure by the time we see him, we will hear his story. So how has life been treating you?
Well, we thank God for everything. Life is moving gradually. We follow it like that. Because it's God's way.
It's God's will. Papa, how are you?
I'm cool.
You're cool. So how is Akolisa now? How is he doing in school?
He's living fine, coping fine. In fact, the brain is there. I thank God.
Can he come and see us?
Yes. Let me call him.
Okay. The big man, the boss himself. Akolisa, how are you? Now tell us a little about you.
On my hobby, I like to draw.
You like to draw? Can I pose and you draw me? Are you sure?
Hey.
So how was it when you had Akolisa?
So bad. for my life. I haven't even seen it before, unless him. So during that day, the doctor was dodging to show me. I said, oh, what is wrong? Later, when my husband come, they showed him. They started consoling him, say, don't throw this boy away. This also thing he did before. My husband was so worried. So we started the process.
Wow.
When my wife dropped the boy, I look, I said, what is this? That is the first time even the doctor encouraging me that I should not throw it inside the CB or inside gutter or something like that. I said, but how can I wear my own son? But I have to find solution.
If Akolisa didn't have his surgery, his life would not be productive as it is. This is a boy who has more or less been discriminated against in the community. He didn't have friends. Nobody wanted him near them. And he was always abused. And I can tell you, before the surgery, he wasn't doing well in school because it obviously was affecting him academically. But after the surgery, there is a 360 degrees transformation. Akolisa has made friends. He's doing well in school. He came tops in his class. He's living out his dream, which is loving to draw, and he wants to become an artist. And not only that, the impact has also made him to become a more productive member of the society. And what we're saying is that because of what Smile Train has done by providing this simple cleft surgery in his life, it has gone ahead to improve the status of his living. And because he's still a young man, the future is great ahead. And I can confidently say that come the next 10 years, Akolisa will be that person who will be making very great significant impact in our society.
As of now, joy is too much into me. In fact, I can look that picture. It's okay now. I thank God.
We are not putting the tissues together in the places where they're supposed to be.
Well, I plan to become a medical doctor in future. Yes, I want to give hope to other children. I want to also help them become like me because I know I was also helped. So I also want to help them, and I'm very, very happy because I've been given that opportunity.
My dream is to become a singer. Like, I want to become a singer, a popular one, because I want people to know what I've got. And I want to use my music to change different lives. And I think this is an opportunity for me to use music to tell people what Smile Train is and what Smile Train is all about. That Smile Train can transform your life all again. Now, through the help of Smile Train, you always see me laughing when I speak of Smile Train because their impact in my life can never be erased. And walk by, one smile at a time. I can rise and face the future. One smile at a time. Thank you, Smile Train, for being there. One smile at a time.
The mission is to ensure that every child in any part of the world who is suffering from cleft lip and palate is given an opportunity to live a full and productive life.
Now here you come, smelling of the struggle. I've worn that face before.
My name is Dr. Brene Danane. I'm the project director and managing director of Graft Foundation.
Smile Train's strategy is unique because the approach is long-term and is sustainable.
My name is Dr. Kwame Abroko-Yanchra, a plastic surgeon, and we are in the main operating theater of the 37 Military Hospital. in Accra, Ghana?
We're headed to Amanase, a village called Ayakupuaso. We're going to see a teenage girl, a 19-year-old girl, who has a baby with a cleft lip. Now, this is something that the community, they have not seen before. People who have such conditions tend to hide because they are stigmatized. In the past, and I think it's still happening, where we have kids who are being killed.
I'm the social worker at the Confanoche Multidisciplinary Cleft Clinic. Vida was considered an outcast in her society because she had clefts. She also gave birth to a child with clefts. She was abandoned by the family, and because they thought that her condition is as a result of her being a witch, or because she's done so many wrong things. And the punishment for her wrongdoing was because she's a witch, and that's why she had a child with cleft. Because of our traditional beliefs, people tend to ascribe spiritual causes to such deformities. And also illiteracy, the lack of information. We educate them on the fact that cleft is like any other condition.
GRAF Foundation travels around providing free plastic surgery repairs, including cleft. And by God's grace, we met Smile Train, and then we decided to marry what we do together. That's her house. She lives with her parents. She's better now, knowing that there is something that can be done for the child. Yes, she's better now. Agofia. This is Afi, the mother of the baby. Yes, can they talk to you a little bit? Yeah. This is the baby, and this is Inshira, and this is the grandmother of Inshira, and this is the grandfather of the baby. Now what? Now we won't be there. We need to yet here. But now what is so good? Will be Sakrada. Okay, she didn't have any idea what it was. She'd never seen anyone like that, so it was a confusing moment for her. So this is what would have happened. Now this young lady wouldn't have shown the baby to anyone. The next moment you hear, the baby would have been dead. That is the reality. Because for a lot of people, these things in some societies are taboos. And so when a baby is born like that, definitely no one wants a taboo in their home. So they find one way or another of disposing of the baby. And so we know of instances where babies are left in the forest for animals to come pick them up. Some people are left in the rivers, and others even throw their babies into the public toilet and other things. Yeah.
My work as a social worker is to assess the psychosocial needs of the patients and to help provide intervention for the patients when they come to the clinic for the first time. So I interview them into their background, where they are coming from.
Now this is what's going to happen. Tomorrow, by God's grace, this baby is going to receive their surgery. Now we're not going to leave this baby alone like that. For the next, until the baby is up to the senior high school, we're going to be following up, periodically checking on the baby, making sure that everything about the baby's condition is fit and ready for the baby to fit into society. She says she has hope that the operation will be successful.
When new mothers come to the clinic who have given birth to children with clefts and they are worried about what's going to happen to them, Vida takes time to encourage them, tells them about the surgery and everything.
By the help of Smile Train, we are going to provide free plastic surgery repairs to correct the cleft for the child.
This boy is 5.5-month-old, and he's presenting with a bilateral cleft lip and palate. So we are going to repair the lip and also repair the front part of the hard palate.
Smile Train has come in various ways to help us solve the problem of cleft in Africa. First, they are committed to providing support in way of training to the local medical professionals so that they could be able to treat and give a comprehensive cleft care to the patients. They've also been able to provide resources like equipment to furnish hospitals where the surgeries take place.
Most of the cleft patients that we find, you realize that it's just not a one-step stage. And so when you, for example, when you repair the lip and you leave them, when you're growing up, you have to take care of their dentition, even their speech therapy and all that.
It's a better model. The fact that we, on ground, are doing the anesthetic, the learning, the training, sorting out our safety guidelines is a much better model for us because we can carry it on. It's been going on for many years and it's going to carry on that way because we are the ones on the ground doing it.
When people come in and do the surgeries and go back, who follows up after? What if there are complications after the surgery?
And so when you just leave them, then you've not really helped the patient in any way. And so as part of our work, the commitment is not really the surgery.
You know, cleft care or quality cleft care in general is not just closing the gap or putting the gaps together or closing the cleft. It's a complete care of the patient where there's a relationship between the surgeon or relationship between the team and the child.
And for some of these people, the plan is to follow them for the next 20 years to make sure that they are whole and they can be integrated into the society fully.
And so Smile Train is using this unique model of teach a man to fish to empower and train the local medical professionals who in turn train others.
I came to Confanoche to do my residency in oral and maxillofacial surgery. And when I came, my mentor, Professor Peter Donko, was already a partner with Smile Train. And after I have become a surgeon, a cleft surgeon, he enrolled me onto the Smile Train as a surgeon. This boy came to my life as a patient, cleft lip and palate patient. He was born with cleft in the village, and the custom of the village is that when you are born with such a deformity, it means you are a god's son or you are from the gods or from the river. And for that matter, they wanted to sacrifice him.
He was actually rescued in the process of going to be sacrificed.
He apparently brought him to Confanoche here, where we saw him and repaired the cleft for him.
And that was how Kojo was rescued. And Dr. Biri happened to do the surgery. And when Kojo was taken back to the community, the whole village went bizarre because they have never seen such a miracle.
In certain areas, when the lip is done, and they are okay because they look more presentable, the child can now mix with people, his speech will be restored, and he can now do anything that any child can do. It will be a very great joy to the parents and also to the whole village.
No one knows who these children end up becoming. Now, I have seen children born with clefts who, after repair and after careful treatment, are now doctors, nurses, entertainers, and a whole lot of things.
And because of that, it changed the face, it changed the setting of the village, and they decided to name the boy after me. So cleft care is actually treating the child, treating the parent, and treating the community. For instance, with this boy, I have become a family with them. There are other cleft kids that call me even in the night. If somebody just comes in, repair the cleft and leave, where does he go to next? He doesn't have any place to go. But this time, they have somebody to come to. Anytime they have a problem, wherever, in the home, in the school, in the society, they come back to you. And that kind of relationship is what I think is a complete care. When you talk about cleft care, it's complete. It's the patient, the parent, and the community.
The satisfaction I get from my work is when I'm able to help a patient get out of their problem. When I see that they are all full of smiles when I've intervened successfully in their case. It brings me a lot of joy that I've been able to put a smile on someone's face.
My heart is steady as a snare drum. When you get here, I'm gonna meet you like the ocean meets the shore. The ocean meets the shore. Don't hang that head, you know it's nothing I ain't seen before. Bring me your trash, your love is messy as a plum. Bring me your weight, your shame, and the devil on your shoulder. When you get here, I'm gonna hold you like the heavens hold the sun. The heavens hold the sun.
Since its founding in 1999, Smile Train's sustainable model of empowering local medical professionals has enabled more than 1 million children to receive free cleft repair surgery in more than 85 countries around the world. For the Visionaries, I am Sam Waterston.
Visionaries is brought to you through the generosity of Honda, Cambia Health Foundation, Eustace Kwan Family Foundation, First Nonprofit Foundation, Massimo, CGIAR, Friends of the League Foundation, Newman's Own Foundation, Group M, Inner Workings, Gustafson Family Trust, Dr. and Mrs. Dennis Gustafson, with additional support by Grand Island Chamber of Commerce, the Bill and Mary Hall Fund, Hall County Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, Citizens Commercial Banking, the Herman Family Foundation, Andy Goodman, Deborah Pate and John Forrest, Diane Deshawn, Friends of Becoming Independent, the State of Norman Chalmers, African Development Bank, the Ernest L. and Ruth W. Finley Foundation, Paul and Deborah Cleveland, Piari and Richard Moser, M.D., Nigerian Government, Cornerstone Legacy Foundation, and Louise and Hank Leander. And from the phone.